So good morning, brother. How about you?
Yes, ma'am. Very, very good morning. I'm great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also great. Thanks for asking. How is
Okay.
going your study?
Yeah, so everything is going fine. Yeah, I must say that. So it is my holiday today. Like, I'm not busy throughout the day.
Okay.
So that is why I thought I should have a conversation.
So
So what about
how is going your teaching also?
my teaching is going well because yeah, I'm just busy with my teaching and I love like teaching. Great. Earlier I didn't have any idea how to teach, being like of course being in village area who like never ever went to like school and anywhere to learn how to teach, how to like learn something. But here suddenly I started teaching. So yeah, just like I have learned all the thing by myself. I have learned
Yes,
this
yes.
language by myself, and also I know how to teach other people because the way I have observed this language, I also just uh, want to tell them the same techniques so that they can like also learn so many things in easy way, not like I'm
Yes.
not I don't make them like confused here. So this
Yes. So
is
yes, so I would like to ask you one question. This time you are teaching, okay? And if we teach any student who want to speak English from zero level, so how should we teach?
yeah, of
Firstly,
course.
what should we teach?
Hmm. So we should start from basic, like from the scratch, like it could be tenses. We must tell
Yes,
him about tenses, like how to speak in our past time, how to speak in our present time, and in future time. Because only with the help of tenses we can speak, we can learn this language like thoroughly, like
yes, yes,
completely.
right.
Because of course, without tense you can't speak.
Yes,
Af-
yes,
After learning tenses, of course you can adorn your like conversation with so many fancy words and so many idiom phrases. Then after learning tenses, you can go forward like for advanced thing. But of course, we must practice on basic thing again and again. No matter no matter whether you are able to speak or not, still you have to practice every day because this is not our tongue like mother
yes,
tongue. So
yes, yes,
in order to make this language our mother tongue like this, so we have to practice every day. We have to speak every day, we have to describe every day like our past time, present time, and future time, and it is quite easy for everyone. So yeah.
yes. Yeah, it's a good. But I would like to ask you, who is beginner? They don't have anything knowledge. So firstly, what should we teach?
See, you are asking that if any beginner wants to speak this language, and
They,
of course
yeah, they don't have knowledge about tenses, state of being, modal. So firstly, what should we teach?
of course if he doesn't know anything, so like suppose he came to me and he told me that, sir, I don't know anything about this language, so what should I do? So of course first I advise him that okay, do like just practice on your tenses, and suppose you learn,
Yes,
suppose you past tense, present tense, and future tense. So what would be next step? So of course I will tell you that okay, like you have learned past tenses and past tense and present tense and future tense. So just try to speak whatever you have learned so far, like in past time what
yes,
you did yesterday. Suppose yesterday you did something, so just try to speak because now you have learned past tense.
yes,
Of
yes,
course,
yes,
people to speak. Suppose, okay, I have learned in past time simple action with second form. Suppose I can tell, okay, yesterday I got up late in the morning because I was tired a little bit. So then my mom gave me breakfast around 8:30. I took breakfast. After that, I told my mom that, mom, my condition is not good. I have fever, I think. So my mom said, okay, no problem. Then my mom, went to nearby clinic, and from there she took some medicine. She gave me medicine. I took medicine. So what? I'm able to speak with the help of this structure, like past structure.
Yes, past structure. Yes, yes,
So
absolutely right.
earlier we used to learn tenses, but we didn't know that time. Okay, after learning tenses, what should we do? But of course, earlier I also, like, I was unaware of those things, but when I realized that yes, with the help of these tenses we can speak. So since then I started using all like tenses in my like conversation, and whenever I am alone I just try to describe myself about present time, future time, and past time. So by this way, we should not feel bored here. Of course, we should try to explain
Yes.
whatever happens with us. Tell me in the beginning, like now you are able to speak fluent in English. So tell me, like in the beginning, what kind of problem did you face while learning this language?
Okay. In initial day when I start my English journey, so that time, all time I used to speak present tense. If I talk about past tense, so I used to make that time I used to make mistake because we are habitual talk in present tense. We can use I eat food, I am eating food. But if I talk about past, so I used to make mistakes. So this time I am also working my mistakes. And earlier when I started my English journey, so I thought I should speak English or not because I am village girl. Can I speak English or not? Speaking English is not my cup of tea. But when I reached here, so I realized no. Whatever happened, you have to learn English because if you will speak English, so definitely you can talk with colonel stranger person. If this time I'm living in Hyderabad, okay, so I have responsibility. I can learn Telugu language or English language. So I decided I must learn English language. So I face lots of problem. And I used to speak English, but I used to think I don't have any topic. How can I speak English? I want to speak English. I used to watch how can I speak English in anything in front of me. So when I used to watch any dog, any cat, any flower, any tree, so that time I used to make a story. So I,
Great.
I face lots of problem. I don't have topics. So whenever I purchase anything like any cream, any product, I used to try to speak.
Great, great.
So
Yeah,
this
and
type of practice I did.
yeah, because we are not living in environment, so we have to create
Yes,
environment ourselves. Like earlier,
yes,
I was not like able to speak too much because I was not speaking. I had a
yes,
fear.
yes,
So
yes,
instead
yes,
I used to think in my mind all the time in English. I just used to think, okay, like yesterday I did that, and today I like I'm going to do this. That person is there, that person is doing that, and for future plan that okay, like tomorrow I will have to do that, and so many things. So I used to think like this. So of course,
yes,
first uh, like first I made a habit to speak, like to think, and after that I thought, okay, now if I can create any story, any like I can describe anything
yes,
in my, so of course I should start speaking. But that time I didn't have anyone, so I whenever I went to like form and I found myself alone, so I started speaking by myself a little bit. Then I created YouTube,
yes,
and then I started getting people over there and I started talking. Yeah, earlier I used to be shy person, on video call.
yes,
So,
yes, yes,
so
same also. And have you ever observed in initial day, we can make sentence very quickly in our mind, but if I
yeah,
talk about speak in front of anyone, so we speak slowly, slowly. Have you ever observed?
yeah, so I must say that thinking technique is really very important for us to speak like any language, because our mind, because when we are able to speak, when our mind works, until your
Yes,
mind does,
yes,
because your mind works, you are not able to speak. So in order
yes,
to speak, fluent, in order to speak fast, of course you have to force your mind to think fast. And of course,
Yes.
while
And
speaking, we are making our tongue like sharp every day because we are speaking English. Now earlier I was not able to pronounce so many words in correct way. Now I am able to pronounce because I am speaking every day. That is why my tongue
yes, that's
is
why.
working. Hmm.
And yeah, and whenever we learn any new topic, okay, so we should make sentence as well as story also, because we have learned, but after some time if we will not practice, so we will forgot. And one day I learned participate, okay, but I forgot because I didn't practice. And today when I was cooking food, so I was thinking, मीन्स दाल बनाते हुए मेरा भी दाल खाने का मन होने लगा. Okay, so that time I was thinking what is meaning, but I have learned. So I go in front of table and I open my nose. I watch what is the sentence, and now I can make every sentence. So we should use this type of.
Hmm. Yeah. So, like of course sometime it happened that we just go blank while speaking because like because of some sentences like some advanced structure as well, like as I told you that you didn't you got stuck while speaking how to say while making pulse. I also felt like eating pulse. So of course
Yes, yes,
like structure we must know every day, but learn and you we have to use because after learning
yes,
if you're using, so it could be difficult for you to recall all the things. So
yes.
yeah.
And I want to share with you, I have, good habit. Whenever I cook food, I spend 1 hour. Okay. And after that, when I clean dishes, so that time, while cooking, while washing dishes, while cleaning my home, while clothing, while wash clothing, that time I think only English. I enjoyed there. And whenever I forgot anything, any sentence, so I watch my notes.
Correct, correct. Yeah, of course. Of course, I would like to say one more thing here because after learning, suppose you have learned tenses, okay? Now you are going to
Yes,
learn passive. You are going now. You are moving towards advanced thing, like passive.
yes,
So, of
yes,
course, while speaking, you must create any situation to use passive. So
yes.
how would you use passive in your conversation? For this, you have to
Conversation.
suppose I have learned some
Yes,
passive in
yes,
past time. Suppose I can create any situation by it that yesterday, when I woke up, so I saw like breakfast was being prepared, and after that I got fresh. Then I was given breakfast. I
wow.
took breakfast. After that, my mom asked me to clean your room. I said, Mom, I of course I will clean my room, but let me go first. Let me go to park, and when I come, I will of course clean my room. And when I came back to my home from the park, I saw my room had been cleaned. So I used like all the passive in past. So by this way we have to work step by step. Suppose I have learned tenses,
Yes,
then we can go for model. And of course after learning
yes,
model we have to create situation how to use model in our conversation. So this we are not going to learn
yes.
random all the thing, like sometime model, sometime passive, sometime positive. What is this? So
Wow,
like
it's
this.
a nice story. It's a nice story. Yeah, definitely I will try, because while speaking English, only I'm using tenses, but I will try to use voice also.
Yeah, great.
Because
In order to make your conversation like uh, like of course attractive, so you must use passive.
yes,
And so I always suggest my student, I have to like give them situation, okay, how you are going to use passive in your story and in your conversation. So yeah, I give them so many situation, and they are so happy, like they just say yeah, this type of situation and technique amazing. I don't feel bored. I even rather I enjoy a lot while speaking.
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
And when I joined our classes, so really you are doing hard work, and your class is very different,
Yeah, so
because
yeah,
we are, because this type of means this type of
practice.
activity we are doing every day.
Mhm.
and we can make a story
Yes, yes,
very
yes.
easily.
Like
But
I
brother, how do you means how that type of question how can you ask means मतलब कैसे सोच पाते हो मतलब इतने अच्छे क्वेश्चन माइंड में कैसे आते हैं?
Yeah, so of course I must say that like when I started taking classes, so I found my student like in this situation. So I thought, okay, so I just consider myself like them. That okay, they don't know this type of situation. So how what should I do so that they can speak easily, so that they can learn easily. So my mind, like before telling them I don't know anything, but suddenly when I started telling them, so of course ideas like started coming in my mind. So yeah,
Yes,
that is now I have habit. I can make any situation for you. Like if you ask me, okay, I want to practice in like on model. So of course I'm going to tell a story in which you are going to use only model. You just say that, oh,
wow,
instead of like a model I'm not able to use any other structure. Why? So of course I have so many technique to use: passive, modal, causative, conditional. So it by this way you are going to get habit, to speak all the, and also recall all the grammar. Even one story,
yes,
all the structure. So you don't need to learn like all the structure all the structure are in your mind, and while speaking just use. So this is like
yes,
language.
yes,
So that is
yes,
why like
and
great. And I don't like make my student confused in this language. I just say that this language is really very easy. I just tell them situation and structure, and I just make them practice. So great.
yes, yes. Because
Hmm.
because
So
sometimes we can learn any structure, okay, and suppose today we learn any structure, so today we will excited. I know very well about the structure I can make sentence, but if I talk about speaking, if we will not practice, so definitely we will forget. And I want to share with you, in initial day I learned a voice lots of time, but I forgot because I was not able to make I can make sentence, but I can't speak in front of anyone. So it depends the practice.
correct, correct.
Your video
The
have
more
off.
yeah, the more you
Hello.
speak, the more you be better. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah. And I have another question. Who wants to speak fluently English? So in how many days can he learn English?
yeah, of course, it depends. Like a person, of course, it depends on person because, of course, if I'm making him understand with easy way, of course,
Yes. Yes.
like it depends on you because I make you practice in class, but I don't know what you
Yes.
do like, out of the class. You do
Yeah.
practice.
Yes.
So
Absolutely right.
that is why otherwise I just if they are getting me like okay, whatever I teach they are getting every day, that's okay. Next day they just come and they just narrate anything whatever I taught them yesterday. So of course they can learn easily like within 6 months and 7 months. So and if the person is getting like slowly, so of course they may take time.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
person
Definitely.
how
They will take
passionate
too much
you
time.
are. How passionate you are, how like how much you are going to do hard work on it. So of course, then you can do. So this is all
Yeah.
like.
And
Thank you